Hey everybody, it's Lord Magicus, and we're back to play Merfolk in Modern. Today we're going to run a mono blue list. I've been playing Simic for a while, but I'm kind of curious to see how mono blue's been faring this whole time, and what's a better way to try something than to just, try it. We'll find out. Trial by fire, I guess. I don't think the power level difference is very different between these two decks, so I expect to do just about as well with this as with the other one. One of the big differences is the mana base is a little bit less painful and a little bit more consistent. However, you uh, you lose out on some of the sideboard cards like Shaper Sanctuary and Collector Oath. So we're going to have to, instead of Collector Oath, we're going to get by with stuff like Phyrexian Revoker, and we're also going to play some Chalice of the Void. If we find decks like Infect, they're going to be very hard to beat without having something like Chalice in the side. So we'll see. This is also good against mono red if we come up against it. I don't know how much of those decks are out there at the moment, but this does at least solve a problem, and it's not perfect against decks like Warza or Tron, but it might be okay there. Like against Tron, if you put it on 1, that's not terrible. I don't know if I want it against Warza, but the Revoker will be fine against both of those decks too, so we'll have that, and we still have our regular like Deprived Dismember Relic going on. Yeah. So instead of extra lords, we have Marrow Regery here replacing the Merfolk Mistbinder, and we also have 2 Harbinger of the Tides, and I think an extra land and an extra Sprinting Seas over the tropical list. So yeah, I think it's not really that different. The only we don't have Kamena Speaker in here, but we're also not playing Shocklands in our deck either. So I don't know. We'll see if this goes any different. I think it'll be fine. Regery is also a very powerful card anyway, so we'll see. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about this, so let's just try it and see how it goes. Alright, Modern League. Yeah, let's do this. I have a Legacy 1K coming up this weekend that probably going to be playing a mono blue list for. Almost definitely. I have not decided exactly how I want it to go yet, but that should be interesting. And I also have to balance this against my Borderlands 3 time because I'm definitely spending a bunch of time doing that too. Alright, let's get into this. On the play, that's a good feeling. This hand's fine. We'll keep. Got turn 1 and then a bunch of stuff to do afterwards, so yeah, this hand's actually really good. I like this a lot. Depending upon what happens, we may or may not play Silvergill Adept next turn. Well, they kept 7 cards, so let's see, what are they going to do here? Scalding Tarn, okay. Yes. There's a lot of decks that we could be up against right now. I think here, if we play Silvergill Adept, we should probably play the Mutavault. What could this guy be doing right now that he's just like pausing for so long? So the draw step pause might be for something like Vendilion Clique. So this could be like Death Shadow, maybe like a Blue Moon type deck, or maybe Jeskai Control. This awkward pause on their part makes me feel like there's Vendilion Clique in this deck, so I think what I'm willing to do here, I'm going to just play Silvergill Adept. I want to see if they have like Spell Snare in their deck. I'll show them Benthic Biomancer. Alright, it looks like they might actually be playing Spell Snare, so you gonna do it? Yeah, okay, that's fine. Interesting. I don't want them to know that Biomancer and Mutavault are going to get to attack for a lot next turn. Okay. So this is a control matchup. We're still in a pretty good spot because they're going to get attacked for a bunch next turn. Alright, Delta. Oh, this could be Grixis. Alright. Oh, that's actually beautiful. Alright. Let's play Mutavault. One's new, so activate. So let's attack, and then after blocks, we'll Vial this in. They might have a removal spell here. This screams like Fatal Push. And that's fine. I mean, no, Basic Island. Okay, so maybe this is Blue Moon. Brineborn Cutthroat. Okay. Well, I don't know what kind of weird-ass deck this is, but this is dangerous to us because Lord of Atlantis will make this bigger. However, right now we're in a position we just Island Walk. Oh, he just gave up. Okay, sick. So they don't want to tell us their secrets. Alright. So my suspicion is that this may be, this has got to be some sort of weird deck that plays... It definitely is playing Vendilion Clique. They have told us that much based on the draw and that card. Let me think. Chalice of the Void on 1 is actually probably good against their deck. Counter spells are also probably good. Spreading Seas is not good, so let's take that out now. I think we are going to want Harbinger. I don't know about Echoing Truth. Echoing Truth is probably not good. So my guess is some combination of Deprives and or Chalice. This also turns off Spell Snare, which is kind of neat. I think this will be a good card. So let's take in some Chalices. I don't know if we really need the Echoing Truth, so this is probably not necessary. You can bring in some Deprive, maybe. Dismember is also reasonable. Is there anything else I'd want to side out here? They haven't shown us their like path to exiles at all, so I don't think it's that big a deal. I think we're just gonna bring in some counter spells. And then if they show us different cards, we might readjust afterwards, but I get the feeling that they're a deck that's going to play like a lot of cantrips, like Opt, and they already showed a Spell Snare, and any removal spell they run is probably also like 1 mana, because it'll be something like Fatal Push or Lightning Bolt or maybe Path to Exile. I doubt it's going to be Path. I think Push or Bolt are more likely, having seen the Steam Vents and the Polluted Delta, but I get the impression this is probably going to hurt them at least a little bit, so it's worth playing. It can definitely draw out a Spell Snare, that's for sure. The only thing that's awkward is Benthic Biomancer is going to be a little weird because we only have 1 Cavern in our deck. So Biomancer might be force food. This is okay. They mold to 6. We have Mutavaults and Island Wall. Like, this is not terrible against like this kind of deck. I think we're going to keep it. I'm not super excited about it, but I think we got to keep. We're on the draw, so maybe we'll draw some more blue cards. That's possible. I mean, 3 of our lands are either creatures or draw cards, so it could be okay. And especially if they're on a mulligan, like, it gives us a little bit more breathing room. Yeah, alright, Spire Bluff Canal. So they're probably a Lightning Bolt deck. Brineborn Cutthroat is an interesting choice. That's beautiful. Alright, let's play Basic Island, pass. And I think we'll probably go for Silvergill first. Yeah, if we draw Chalice, we're definitely going to just slam Chalice. Okay, so this looks like maybe they don't have anything here. It's probably a removal spell, like it could be something like a braid. So options. I could just do nothing, that's also possible. Because they probably have something like Logic Knot or Spell Snare. No, alright, I want to do this. Oh, hold on, cancel, wrong one. I think we should just make them have it. Let's just jam threats and make them deal with it every turn. That's fine. Because we have a ton of Mutavaults where the Island Walk is going to be relevant here, so let's get these to resolve. Like, if they're going to Spell Snare this, that means they're not going to have Spell Snare for that. Well, that's... I mean, it's okay. We could attack with Mutavault and then play Biomancer. But that also... we also could just jam a Master of the Pearl Trident. Maybe we're not in a rush, though. Maybe we're just going to pass here, actually, because they have a lot of mana. We can just hard cast Force of Negation. I'm willing to wait a little bit. Alright, Snapcaster Mage, okay, sure. That's fine. Next turn we can also play Master and attack with Mutavault for 3 Island Walk. Depends what they do here. If they try to, like, go for Chandra or something, then that's fine. But yeah, so they had Snapcaster, which means they easily could have just Snapcaster Spell Snared this. We could take 2, or we could try to block with Mutavault. We can't cast 2 spells unless we draw another island next turn. And I'm just going to take 2. That's fine. Alright. Deprive is actually fine. That means we can hold up a counterspell. Let's animate Mutavault. We'll attack with Mutavault and just hold up. I don't think I want to play anything else just yet. See if we can draw something out. Nope. Probably playing stuff like Chandra in their deck, or maybe Jace. So having a bunch of counterspells to fight over that might be helpful. Actually, this is probably worth countering. Let's return Mutavault. Because that thing gets really big with, like, the ops. That's one of their win conditions. Alright, well, they don't have it. So I think they might just be all in on, like, this flash plan. It's possible. So options are we can play Master of the Pearl Trident and try to attack with Mutavault. Let's play Master first. If they counter this, then I'll play Benthic Biomancer. Snapcaster is going to be good. They're just going to Spell Snare it. Yeah, and we can't do anything about that. I think countering Brineborn was probably good, though. However, this deck means that I might want Relic in here. The Chalice looks more and more appealing, because they are really all in on these, like, instant speed things. Biomancer can just chump block one of these. Or, well, it actually trades with it, so it's not that bad. Block. Hoping I don't want to have to use the force here. All right. That's a little helpful, I think. This actually lets us play Master and still hold up Force of Negation, so I think I'm going to do that. Because now if they go for like Cryptic Command, we can force it. And yeah, that exiles the Cryptic too, so they're not going to get to flash it back. Surprised they haven't played a red spell yet, so I wonder if they're holding it. Yeah, here we go. Grim Lavamancer. Damn it! Another card where Chalice would be good against. Nope, just take it. It's not terrible. Alright. No. So sort of slipping away, and I think Relic is really something we're going to be bringing in here. Snapcaster and Grim Lavamancer are both good enough reasons to. Damn it, they found another bolt. Alright. Well, this means this is probably going to slip away. I think the good plan is just ignore the creatures and just bolt us. Or shock us with the Lavamancer, so... Alright. This is not really helpful at this point. They have one card in hand. They've already used 2 lightning bolts. I think... So we're going to go to 5, and... it's not great. Alright. I don't know what else we can do except try to race them at this point. And maybe Harbinger of the Tides can save our bacon. I'm assuming you are not targeting me with that. Alright. I think we should have an okay match against this deck, though. I feel good about Game 3, because I think now that we know what we're playing against, we have a much better chance. They can deal 4 to us this turn, so we really need to find a way to deal with this. We lose, because they're just going to untap and do it again. Okay, we know what we're up against, so let's just sideboard a little bit more appropriately. I think the chalices are fine, however, I'm going to bring in the relics. And I think because we're going to have more... I don't want to have as many 1-drops here. Benthic Biomancer can be cut for the relic, I think. And actually, Phyrexian Revoker looks pretty good too. That can shut down Grim Lavamancer, maybe. Or you know what? Dismember is also not terrible. I don't like having to do things like that. Maybe that's better, actually. Is there anything else I can side out? Maybe we don't want as many of these. I'm sort of like this sort of a non-bow to have all the ones with the chalice, but at the same time, Violet is actually really good because it gets underneath their counter spells. Still have 22 creatures plus the 4 Mutavaults. This is probably fine. I think the rest of these are okay. We'll just do it like this. Alright, I would love to play first. This is a little weird, but we're gonna keep. We'll play Relic and then try to play Chalice. There is 0 chance that we're attacking with Mutavault next turn. Well, I shouldn't say 0 chance, but there's some chance, but I really don't want... Oh, that's good. Delver of Secrets, yeah, fine. This should hurt them a lot, and Trickster can eat this thing in combat once we find another blue mana source. Alright, don't be really good at magic cards. Oh, they're gonna flip it. No! No! Okay, we dodged the Delver flip, so it means it didn't draw a spell. Yep, get in the damage. The only thing I don't like is we're very far away from being able to hardcast this Force of Negation. Well, that might be enough. Alright. Guess it doesn't really matter here. No! Oh my god, what a blunder. The fucking Chalice on 1 just countered that. Oops. Alright. Yeah, oops. Well, the good news is that Delver of Secrets is not going to be attacking us in the face of Mutavault unless they can flip it, so... We just need to get this Trickster online so we can eat it. Yeah, that's gonna happen. I will trade a Mutavault with this, too. Alright, well, things are gonna get... We need to find another blue source immediately. Yeah, that is correct. Only attack with this. Alright, well... We have to kill this thing. I don't want them to have cards in their graveyard for Grim Lavamancer if they find a way to deal with Chalice. No! Oh my god. Alright, Alright, we have to do this now. Nope. Nope. I need the island. Oh my god. We're gonna lose this game because we're not gonna draw another blue land. Fuck you, Mutavault. You have screwed me, like, so many times on this. Where we keep perfectly reasonable hands where Mutavault is just, like, destroying us. Like, if this were, like, any other blue, like, producing lands, like, we would easily be winning this game. And we're gonna lose because of fucking Mutavault. Alright. That sort of helps. This is not where I want to be. Yeah, Chalice. Yep. We're going to block and kill Delver of Secrets. And then next turn we're going to try to kill Snapcaster Mage. Fantastic. So what do we do here? I think if we play Master of the Pearl Trident, then we can just block this with Mutavault next turn. Or we can also just, we have the option to just Trickster, and then I think that I would rather do this. They just won't attack now. Yeah. Yeah, attacking bad. Alright. So it looks like maybe the Chalice is hurting them, so. Alright, I guess that plan worked out really well last turn, so let's do it again. Let's get in with this one. We'll keep these two up as emergency blockers. And then next turn, I think we can just start attacking them for swing for the fences here. Alright, well, they conceded. Alright, so we kind of got lucky there at the end because they didn't have anything to follow it up, but geez, Mutavault really put us in a situation where if we did not top deck Obora, we were screwed. But alright, Chalice of the Void actually did some work there. That was pretty fantastic. So yeah, I did throw away an Aether Vial for no reason. That was not cool, but alright, well, we pulled it out, so better lucky than good, I guess. Alright, on the draw. That's fine. This hand is kind of underwhelming, actually. We don't have any lords or anything. They mulled to 6. I think we can afford to mulligan. This is actually worse. Damn it. Alright, well, we're going to have to go to 5. There's just no way around this. Because we need to keep at least 2 lands and then things that do stuff. No. Sorry. This is better. I guess the Mutavaults are going on the bottom. This is actually a much better hand than I think the first one, so. Because at least we can cast 3 spells that all do things. Oh, fuck. Verdant Catacombs means we're probably getting Thought Seized. There's very little that we can expect positive out of this. Almost all the time that we see Verdant Catacombs, it is going to end in tears for us, so. Traverse. So this is Death Shadow. So we're playing against the Jund Death Shadow deck, I believe. They got basic Swamp, which is expected. Alright, let's get Biomancer out. Oh, that's neat. They tell you how many card types are there. I'm not going to pass through his turn because I don't want him to know I don't have Force. Tarmogoyf, I'm guessing. No, Grizzly Salvage. Alright, that's actually fine. That's neat. Alright, what are you revealing here? Oh, what the fuck is this nonsense? Okay, this is some kind of weird-ass combo deck. I'm sure they're going to reanimate things from their graveyard. This is an interesting... Yeah, this card is usually meant to just, kill you with stuff like Primeval Titan. What the fuck is this Chancellor of the Draw? I know what this card does. I'm wondering how these two cards work in the same deck together. Okay. I feel like I should be concerned right now. So our options are play Silvergill or Master. I think here This feels like it's some sort of like combo-y reanimator type deck, so what did you end up taking with this? You took a swamp? Okay, so you're going to have 3 mana next turn. I'm going to play Silvergill Adept. Well, I guess we'll attack first, but we're definitely playing Silvergill, because if I draw another land... What if I draw a Mutavault next turn? Then I could play Silvergill and Biomancer. No, but I think I'd rather have like Force of Negation up. And I'm fine. If I just have Mutavault, I'll just suck it up, play it, and just have Master. Yes, okay, so attack first. I will show you Master of the Pearl Trident, because we're definitely playing that next turn. Alright, okay, good. So we can play both of these. And we'll have a pretty good attack. We'll get in for 5. I feel like we need to try to kill them quickly, though, because if we don't, then things are getting out of hand. So they have 5 card types, so they're going to get any creature. Soul Flayer. Okay, that makes more sense. Soul Flayer is really strong here. So Soul Flayer, this gives it flying and lifelink, and then it's also going to get double strike, vigilance, and haste. Ugh. Alright, well, that's going to be a problem. We're going to need something like Merfolk Trickster to get through this. So it's already attacking us for 8. The good news is that Relic of Progenitus is going to be good against this deck, and I think Harbinger of the Tides will also be fine. Dismember will also be very strong. Like, Soul Flayer decks are not usually that good. We've got good sideboard cards to bring in. Just alright, that buys us a turn at least. Alright, so we're not attacking. So we actually have an option to try to kill this thing right now. I can let it attack and then try to block it with all the creatures. That might be the best thing that we could possibly do right now, because it's not going to have any of the abilities if I let it attack. So I'm going to do this. Because if I just tap it down for 1 turn, I don't think that's going to be enough to come back. Okay, so we can declare blocks. We can just give up these 2. Well, the problem is if we do that, however, if we do it like this, then after blocks are declared, they could Fatal Push something. I'm going to just block it with everything to be safe. Because that way, even if they Fatal Push 1 thing, that's not enough. So we're trying to just hope they don't have 2 Fatal Pushes. This is our plan, because if this thing hits us 1 more time, we're dead anyway, so... Alright, so they can kill off these 3 creatures, that's fine. Their plan is now, like, in ruins. Lotleth Troll, okay. It's not the end of the world. We could theoretically defeat this card. Alright. They do have 4 cards in hand, which is kind of rough. So this thing can regenerate at the moment, so there's no point in attacking. It also could become bigger if they just discard some creatures to it. Alright, so we're not out of the game yet. Merfolk Trickster bought us some time. Maybe if we can find Spreading Seas, we might come back here. So they discarded Beaumont Courier. What else you got? We're probably going to have to let this hit us at least once, too. Yeah, that makes sense. But again, here's the thing, like, Dismember is also insanely good against Lotleth Troll. Uh-oh, what's going on here? It feels like another Soul Flayer. If they play another Soul Flayer, we just, like, concede, because we cannot beat this. Soul Flayer with this on it will just fucking kill us in a single attack, so... And... Oh, fuck, yeah, we're dead. There is no way. It has haste, so we're totally screwed. Alright, that was fun. I mean, we played Dismounts and we almost came back, but not quite, so... Let's bring in Dismember, Relic... Also, Deprive is probably fine. Echoing Truth is going to be very good. Spreading Seas, I don't know about that. It's going to be hard to use Spreading Seas. Force of Negation I don't think is very good here. Their primary threat is a creature. I almost kind of want some number of Deprives, but maybe Spreading Seas is not super necessary. You could bring in 2 Deprives instead. Like, typically against these decks, Spreading Seas is fine because it gives you Island Walk to attack through whatever nonsense they have, but I think here we're going to be more reliant on stuff like Trickster and Harbinger, you know, Echoing Truth and Reejerey. I mean, we have ways to get through it with Dismember as well, so I think this will be a little bit better of a plan, just because I think the Deprive is slightly more valuable. Yeah, that's fine. I'll submit it like this. We could bring in this to name like Lotless Trolls so it doesn't have regeneration or that ability, but I think this will be okay. This is fine. We'll keep this. We got turn 1 play, and then we can start jamming creatures. Alright. Relic will keep them off of being able to Soul Flayer. As soon as they put anything good in the graveyard, we can just eat it. And usually it'll take them at least till turn 2 to set up a Soul Flayer, so that gives us time to get things on the board and still have Relic active. Plus, this Echoing Truth is also fantastic at any point if they ever resolve it, so... Yeah, it's fine. I think I'm going to play Master of the Pearl Trident first. Just because it's going to be able to block that. Oh, that makes the decision much easier, too. Because now attacking is not really a good plan for them either. They're going to have to kill this first before they can actually safely attack. We can also then just play another Master next turn and attack for 3. That seems good. Yeah, the Relic is a huge card against their deck. It turns off like most of their plan. It makes it hard for them to have Delirium for Traverse. Soul Flayer can't really get online. And I mean, even if they do have it, Echoing Truth is still very good too. Okay. Alright, shocking. That's interesting. Okay. Ooh, fantastic. So we have a lot of choices here. We can either go another Master, which I think is the safest thing to do right now. Or we could play another... well, okay, so let's think. Grizzly Salvage means that next turn they could go for it, and if we tap out here... I think we should just play patiently. Let's attack first. Well, no, we're not going to attack. Do we? They're at 17. We're attacking them for more damage than they're attacking us back for. I think we do attack, because it'll only have 2 cards underneath it. I don't believe they're going to block. They are going to block it, and that's neat. So the life total is important to them. Okay, that's surprising. I didn't think that that was going to happen. Alright, we'll play another relic here. So then even if they Assassin's Trophy one of these relics, that's fine, because we can still try to keep them off a Soul Flayer. And I think here, if they go for Grisly Salvage, I will crack the relic before I pass to them. Because then if they play, like, fetch land, they can just exile a bunch of stuff out of the graveyard. And I think that's why they might have been considering that play, is that's why they shocked, but then Relic basically just negates that plan, so... Sure. Do this first so that they have less cards they can delve away. Because they'll have priority as soon as this comes back, so if they wanted to use it to delve for something, they can do that. It's just a good habit to get into. Interesting. Kolaghan's Command, or no, what do you got? Red, black. I mean, this could just be a braid. That's possible. Cathartic Reunion. Discarding Oh! What the fuck is that? Oh, I guess they just want to give Soul Flayer hexproof. Well, they already played a land this turn, so there's no way they should be able to... Yeah, I don't think there's anything they can really do to get Soul Flayer out. And I think I will crack a relic. Just because I want to get to another mana. Hexproof is relevant to my interests. I really want... Alright, perfect. Okay, so let's do that. Let's attack for 2. We'll play Silvergill Adept. Because I don't want to play Rejury until we have 4 mana. See, without Hexproof, the Echoing Truth is then still relevant against them. Show them another Silvergill. So as long as this is alive, then I think we're good. Alright, that's going to do it. So we might not even play any more spells at this point. I might just be holding up this Deprive once my turn comes back. We'll just try to kill them with this clock. If we draw another land, we might play the Silvergill, but otherwise, I think we just hold up spells. Because this is good against the Soul Flayer, and this is also good against it if they go for it next turn. I don't think they can realistically do it this turn, No, actually they could. If they go, Grisly Salvage... They'd have to play, a land, Grisly Salvage... Ooh. Doubles... Yeah, so we're... Alright, that's fine. They can't do it yet. So they'd have to play a fetch and crack it, and we would just crack Relic in response to a fetch. But we're getting close to the point where we may need to be cracking this for value. Alright. So here, if they crack the fetch land, we have to do this. Alright. So I think we're pretty safe here. Get rid of Reunion. It's fine. Attack for 5. And next turn we can play a Lord and just kill them. So I have the option here to just play Benthic Biomancer, which actually might be fine. If I play Biomancer, they still have to deal with this, probably. Even if they play Soul Flayer, I can just counter it. Or bounce it. I think this is safe. This gives us the chance, I think, to win even if they have a removal spell. I just don't see how they're going to do it here. It seems unlikely. Maybe consider bringing in more deprives. I don't know if I should be signing out any Regeries like for the other deprives. That's possible. Sure. You can do that. Pretty sure if they just go for Soul Flayer here, exiling that, we just counter it and win. But anything less than that, I don't think we're concerned about. Okay. Okay, so they did put they have engineered explosives in their deck. That's good to know. I think I might be siding out 2 Regeries. And Maelstrom Pulse, that kind of figured something like that might be in their deck. That's fine. So they can exile this, but we're just going to counter it and they're dead. This has lifelink. No, it does not. Does it even matter? Like, we might actually just be able to brute force and kill them through it anyway. Because they're not going to be able to gain any life. And each one of these is attacking for lethal, but no. Let's just show them that they had no chance. That'll do it. Alright. Game 3. Deprive was very good, so I think we're gonna stand that plan. And I think it was a little bit hard to try to find a time to cast this because we were trying to hold up mana for this and counterspells at the same time, so maybe Deprive is a little bit stronger here than I was giving it credit for. Other than that, like we could take this out. They might have Plague Engineers in their deck. That's very possible. I don't know if I want to bring in Phyrexian Revoker though. Like, it's only really there for Lotlith Troll. On the other hand, like, it's a 2-mana card, which is not irrelevant. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see how well this works out. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I think on the draw, like, 3 mana just seems like forever. Well, no, fuck. Not like this. Come on. We're definitely mulliganing this hand. Like, this is 100% unkeepable. I don't know. This is what we call the shuffler putting its thumb in the dial here, or in the scale, but, well, it is what it is. It looks like their 7 is maybe a little bit shaky as well, so they kept 7. We're going to mulligan. This is better. We'll keep it. I think I'm going to put Waterlog Grove in the bottom. I don't really want to be taking damage from my lands, especially if I'm going to be intending to cast Dismember. Otherwise, I think this hand's fine. If they play Soul Flayer and they don't give it hexproof, we can just Dismember it. This also kills Lotlith Troll too, so if they can't make it like what is it, a 7/6, then it will die even through regeneration against this. So green, so traverse. Yep, okay, deal. Getting a basic swamp. Yep, thought so. Didn't we just put this in the bottom of the deck? Come on. Alright. So probably Grizzly salvage this turn, I would imagine. If they're smart, they should do it on our upkeep if they're going to do it. Because they don't know, we could have Force of Negation, so... Well, that seems like it's dangerous. Merfolk. Let's play Lord of Atlantis. Let's get our clock going. And the next turn we'll just play like another Lord and hold up Dismember. Dismember is going to be painful. Basically, we're just hoping that they don't give Soul Flayer hexproof. That's the one thing we can't beat right now. Alright. Alright, what do we got? Okay, that's fine. Oh, well, no, it's not fine, because they will be able to give it hexproof now. It'll have flying, lifelink, that's okay. It doesn't have vigilance, so that's fine. We can still probably race it. It's going to be tight, though. Alright, well, oh, alright, maybe they don't have it, so that's good to know. They can't cast it at instant speed. So they have hexproof, flying, lifelink. But it only attacks for 4. They don't have like double strike or anything for it. So what do we want to do here? I could put Lord of Atlantis in play, attack for 6. Or I could just attack for 4, then and put it like Harbinger or Trickster into play. And then that means next turn I'm attacking for 9. I don't like that. So what's the difference here? Attack for 4. Let me go to, or if I attack for 6, then they're at 9, and then next turn. Okay, so yeah, then next turn we could attack for lethal if they don't find something. All right, so I think this is what we got to do. No, I didn't do that math right. I forgot there. I didn't do it correctly. Would have been 4, 3, so 7, 10. No, I think this is still fine. We'll do it like this. It's still going to be really hard with Soul Flayer, though. But if we draw another Lord, then I think this gives us the best chance, because then even if they block with Soul Flayer, like, it's going to die. This also means that Benthic Biomancer can attack into it pretty easily. Alright, another Grizzly Salvage deal. Alright, what do we got? Collective Brutality. Okay, that's fine. They didn't find anything else that's terribly relevant, and they put a bunch of removal spells in the graveyard. That's also true. We're more vulnerable to Maelstrom Pulse, but then we're also less vulnerable to Collective Brutality. Alright, well, this might be good enough anyway, because they have to find something to put into play to block with, or some. If they have Maelstrom Pulse in hand, then this is going to suck. If it's anything not Maelstrom Pulse, then we might have a good shot here. So he chooses Demon. Alright, I'm guessing that. So he did mill a Soul Flayer, so. Lot withdrawal, that's fine. They have 5 cards in hand. The odds that they're all creatures are pretty low. Sure. Well, they're going to give Soul Flayer haste now. That sucks. Does that matter? They gain 2 life. If we draw a Lord, they might actually die anyway, though. We can still potentially, like, race this. I just don't want to cast this Dismember on this thing until I know that they can't get it out of range. Theoretically, if they have 4 cards in hand, they could just, you know, pump it up, so. Alright, exiled. So it's going to have haste, flying, lifelink, and hexproof. That's fine. Okay. So they can go up to 12. We'll take 4, we'll get a 16. But then if we, I think what? We're attacking for 10, and if we draw a Lord, they're dead. can't do anything to it. So right now we're dead in 4 turns. If we do this, we're actually only dead in 3 turns. Or, yeah. So the before 4, yeah, I think it's fine. This gives us the best chance to just win. Alright, so I guess can't really do anything about this right now, so we can attack for 9. I mean, we could attack for 10. But I think I'd also rather put a keep Trickster up for in the case they play like another thing. They have another Soul Flayer. We're kind of in trouble though. So the other one does not currently look like it would get lifelink if they do. So we'll flash Trickster in at the end step, and hopefully that should be enough. Okay, we have 3 cards still. What do you got? Because if it's right now, if it's just another Soul Flayer, I think we're okay. You can gain 4 more life, go up to 7, but then you're still dead. And even if this thing blocks, like, say, Merfolk Trickster, then they go up to 7, but they're still taking lethal from the rest of these. So I don't think attacking is reasonably an option. It's still pretty in our favor, I think. Yeah, they're trying to do the math, like, yeah, okay, so that's good. So hopefully this is just going to end the game. Because now, yeah, even if they block this, then they're still dead. Relic is not quite what we want here. I guess we're just attacking and hoping that they're going to die. It looks like all their removal was sorcery speed, but they could have, like, abrupt decay or something. I don't like this. Samet! Oh, it has flash. Alright. That's actually kind of brutal. It is double strike. Oh, you know what? We can flash in Trickster. Okay. Alright. We'll flash in Trickster, tap it down. So that should do it. Yeah. Now I think they're out of options. I don't think that they can do anything here. Alright, I didn't think about that, but it turns out we had the answer the whole time. So now, yeah, now even if they block this, they go up to 7, but then they're taking 9 damage. Alright, sick. We beat Soul Flayer. Alright, well, this is a good start to this league. Okay, take it. So we beat like a blue-red Delver deck, and we also beat Soul Flayer. We're not exactly meta decks at the moment, but you know what? A win's a win. We'll take it. We came prepared with the tools to deal with these things. First Chalice, and then we saw, like, you know, Deprive and Dismember were relevant cards here. Relic did some work. So far so good. Mono Blue showing it's still got some staying power to it. And I think Harbinger definitely could have been relevant in either one of those matchups too. We didn't get to really use it, but there definitely are a lot of spots where Harbinger can be very good. Like if you bounce a Flip Delver, or if you bounce like a Soul Flayer that doesn't have hexproof, then that's just devastating to them. So, all right, round 3. Let's go. All right, on the draw. Let's see. This is a very risky hand. We cannot actually cast Master the Pearl Trident. However, we can cast the other 3 cards in our hand. We're on the draw, so we might actually end up drawing another land. Let's see, what's the worst thing that could happen? If they Thoughtseize us and take like Silvergill Adept away, like I think that this is fine because we can still deal with, or we can use all these 3 and then maybe Mutavault will attack. That's fine. We're not without plays for a while, so I'm willing to try this, even though I do like fundamentally not like having 2 brown lands in my opening hand. I want blue sources. Oh fuck. Alright, so I think Black Cliffs means this is probably a Mardu Pyromancer deck. Well, not Mardu. It actually just might be red-black now. Without Faithless Looting, I don't know if they still splash white or if they just go... Like, the last time we faced it, it was just red-black, but... It also could be Jund. That's possible. Alright. Alright, well that's helpful, I guess. It means if we draw more lords, we'll be able to cast them. And we're definitely casting Silvergill if we're given the opportunity. So what is it? Is it... Alright, so this looks like Jund. Yep, alright. What do you got for us, Jund bro? Tarmogoyf? You got yourself a Tarmogoofy. Alright, well, let's do this because we're not attacking, and you know that we have it, so we just need to do it. If they have Plague Engineer, we are so fucked. That was also not a good draw in this match. Not attacking, we're just passing. We're going to try to get a board state going with Reedry and maybe get to attack, but Liliana could be a problem. It's interesting, their mana base does not look super great. No attacks. Or no blocks, I meant. We'll just take 3. Well, what does this mean? This means they probably have a bunch of removal spells in their hand. Alright, well, I don't think there's anything we can do to play around that. Attack. You have to have, like, Lightning Bolt or something. What the fuck are you doing? Colligan's command. No, you didn't do anything for 3 mana. Okay, now I'm confused. Like, Bloodbraid Elf, obviously, but you have no 3 mana spells? Oh, well, that's terrible. Goodbye, Reedry. You were, like, the only hope that we had. You're getting attacked for 7? Ugh. There's the thing. We get to attack back for a lot of damage. So 2, 4, 6. We can attack them for 7, and I think that's what we have to do. Let's just do it while we can. I mean, we're dead to like top deck Lightning Bolt or something, but this means they can't just swing out with impunity. They actually have to address our board somehow. And if we draw like a Lord of Atlantis or something of that sort, then we're actually in still pretty decent shape. So we'll have 2 blockers. What's going on here? I think also this Tireless Tracker is rough. Alright, so now they can probably swing out with impunity. Yeah, we can't just attack for... Yeah, we're kind of in a bad spot, so... This is going to be close. There definitely are draws that we can win here, but that's probably not one of them. Alright, so what do we have to block everything, basically. Yeah, that's all there is to it. How do we make use of this? Can play 2 Benthic Biomancers. Animate this. Well, the good news is we can at least trade with these 2 things. We have to block all 3 creatures. That's just how it is. So the question is, what is the best way to do that? So we're definitely doing this. Now, I could adapt this first to see if we get like Silvergill Adept, and then if not, play this Biomancer. I think Silvergill's probably the only thing that we want to do here. Or the other option is I could play Biomancer and use one of their Mutavaults as a blocker, and then adapt in their turn. That might actually be smarter. I like that plan more. We'll try to throw away this Aether Vial. I think it's actually free to attack with Silvergill, maybe. Well, no, it's not, because they can crack the clue and make it. Never mind. Well, I am talking nonsense. All right, we're in such deep shit though. It's gonna take a miracle to try to turn this around. It's not impossible. Like we are gonna trade 3 creatures, but then we'd actually also be able to attack back. So they still have to kind of deal with us somehow. This is, if they don't, they have 4 cards in hand, and plus a 5th card if they need this. So it's hard to imagine they don't find some way to get through here. But I don't know. If they have 4 lands in hand, then we could actually win this game. It's probably under 5%, but not 0. So let's just keep going. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, well, now things are starting to go to shit. Huh. So the question is, do I adapt this one, or do I adapt that one? Let's pretend that I draw like a lord or something off the top. I think I'd rather have the power here. Just on the off chance that they don't actually have anything else. Aether Vial is not helpful. Alright. Okay, well, now, yeah, we lose. Alright, if we drew Lord, we had a chance, but without that, nope. So we want Dismember, and we want Relic of Progenitus. Phyrexian Revoker is also not terrible, because we can name, like, Liliana the Veil with it. Let's take out Force of Negation. Probably we want to take out Aether Vial as well. Yeah, we'll bring in the Revokers. I think this is fine. We'll just... There's also an argument where you could sometimes bring in some number of Deprives. I don't really have much else I want to take out, though. I think I'm just going to do it like this. They drew their next 2 cards, so... I don't know, if we had a chance if we had Lords, but we did not, so be it. Now, this build definitely, it doesn't have as good of a Jund matchup because I did not choose to include Kira or Thassa in my build. Instead, I think Fire Action Revoker went into that slot, and Chalice of the Void also took up some sideboard space, so we're just going to have to suffer through it. Echoing Truth is not amazing, but I don't know. So it's a tempo kind of card that we need sometimes when like multiple Tarmogoyfs are on board. You kind of just have to set them back a little bit. Alright. I would love to be on the play. This is actually pretty poor. No, we can't keep that. This is actually worse, I think. Fuck, no, we're gonna lose because, like, okay, well, sure, I guess. We're on a mulligan to fucking 4. Oh, fuck, I guess, what, Mutavault, Relic, and Reejerey. This is almost not even worth playing. Did they keep 7 cards? Like, yeah, like, this isn't worth anything. Like, we are screwed. Like, I don't even want to bother. Like, 4 cards, there is no fucking way we're beating 7 cards out of Jund. Those hands were all terrible. Like, I just don't see us ever coming back against it. Okay, well, no, we can't afford to just throw creatures out into removal. We will never win that way. I guess maybe I should have held this in case I drew Mutavault, because I'd rather put that in play. Alright, well... I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, but maybe this helps somehow. He just plays like Liliana the Veil. I think we have to crack the Relic. Because we have to keep both of these cards. Alright, so no Liliana. It's probably Tireless Tracker. No, what the fuck? No, this is Colligan's. No, Fulminator Mage. Okay, so that's actually fine. We don't have any non-basics in play at the moment, so that's cool. Alright, well, you're telling me there's a chance, I guess. It's not really a chance. They still have 7 cards, so... And they have not missed land drops, which means these Spreading Seas are not effective at all. Ah! Alright. You have a 0-1 Tarmogoyf at least, like, that could be worse. When you take 5, that's fine, it's just how it has to be. Alright, Silvergill away. Just keep drawing cards. And just try. No, we can't attack. However, I will trade Silvergill with this, and I will also attempt to trade Silvergill with the Tarmogoyf. Or, I'm sorry, Benthic Biomancer. Okay, that's good news, I think. Tarmogoyf can't realistically attack here. Silvergill is the only hope that we have. Do I play Benthic Biomancer? I think I have to. Just pass. I mean, our mold of 4 is at least a game because we've gotten lucky with having multiple Silvergills and Spreading Seas, but this doesn't really feel like a game because they still have Raging Ravine, and at any given moment, like, they could just blow up this relic and Tarmogoyf is just going to get out of control. This feels like another Bloodbraid Elf. So are you going to leave up the Overgrown Tomb, I imagine? Yeah. Lightning Bolt. That's terrible for us. Jeez. I don't even think I can block here. I have to just take this. Because I have to try to play Lord and then crack Relic. So that these can trade with everything. Actually, I should have played Master. I did show that to them with Silvergill. Yeah, that's terrible. We've definitely, like, we lose to, like, a single removal spell, so, yeah, and they had a single removal spell. Oh, that's a shame. Alright. Alright, that's gonna do it. We're done. Nope. Dead. Alright. We have better things to do. Let's get going. Well, that was a ridiculous curb stomping. Definitely something like Kara or Thassa would be a little bit better to help us in that match, but I don't think there was anything that was helping us in that second game. Like, that was all of those hands that we looked at were absolute garbage and would probably not have beat that deck. The first one was really, really risky because we only had like one actual creature, maybe. Was it two? I think it was just like one and like Echoing Truth or something like that. It was terrible. You don't really want to have a bunch of mana sources in your opening hand against them. Your ideal hand is like 2 lands and like 5 things that you can cast with them. But like 2 or less things, probably not. Alright, well, we're on the play. Let's hope that we can do better this time. I hate these sort of hands because like you just can't cast like most of the cards, so I cannot keep that. There's another example where Mutavault was fucking us. I think this is fine. We're going to put Marrow Reedry in the bottom, I think. That'll give us the most amount of options. Done. Because again, there's no guarantee that we're going to cast it. We could just like fail to draw lands for a while. And I'd rather have things that slow our opponent down. Harbinger, I think I want to keep Spreading Seas in case it's a deck like Tron, and I want to keep Harbinger in case it's a deck that plays lots of creatures. Let's attack. I think we're going to actually adapt Benthic Biomancer here. Well, Flooded Strand decks are typically not Spreading Seas decks, so I'm going to just get rid of one of those. I didn't want to play Master in case they did have like Spell Snare in their deck. There seem to be a lot of Spell Snares floating around because of Jund and also because of the people testing out Stoneforge Mystic. Watery Grave, so probably an Esper deck. It could be either Esper Control or maybe Esper Reanimator. That's possible. If it's Reanimator, then the Harbinger might actually be good. But in any case, like Spreading Seas, you don't want that against a Flooded Strand deck. Search for Kansas. So this still could be either one, but I think here it's going to be safe to... Alright, well, we'll put out Mirror Regery first. Be mana efficient, because if we draw a land next turn, we can potentially... we... I think we don't even need to draw a land. We could just play like Master of the Pearl Trident, and then untap an island and attack with Mutavault. We have a pretty good clock. Alright, so they kept a card on top of their deck, so it's probably reasonable. Alright, so this looks like Esper Control, I think. Force of Negation is strong. I think here, if they like flash in Snapcaster Mage and block this, I think I'm fine with that. I want to be able to hardcast Force of Negation. If they Path, that's okay. I would love to have extra mana right now. Just take 2. So if you tap out for Jace, I want to counter it with Force. Now the next turn we can play Master and attack with Mutavault. Yeah. This is looking more and more like a control plan. Alright, well Mutavault's not getting in, so... So, here's the thing. I'm going to animate Mutavault and try to attack with it, because I want them to pop the Field of Ruin. Snapcaster, okay, that's fine. So Snapcaster means they can block like Mutavault and path this. I mean, there's not really much I can do about it. That's just probably going to be how it is. I mean, I guess I can Trickster Snapcaster down so that they have to choose. I guess maybe that's where we're at. Because they're not going to Field of Ruin to give us a 3rd mana for hardcasting a Force anyway. Nope, fuck it. Spell Snare. Alright. Never did they not have it. Yeah, it's fine. This is still okay, though. I will gladly take another land. I gotta save this Spreading Seas for this Search for Azcanta. So if I have to force something, Harbinger's probably getting thrown away. Put islands in the graveyard. Alright. I guess this is a good time to try to get underneath Spell Snare. Because if they have another Snapcaster in their hand, they can flash it back. I think we're probably going to bring in Chalice against this deck. It seems like it. They're playing like Path, Opt, and Spell Snare. That hits a pretty decent chunk of relevant cards. The only thing is Relic is a little bit of a non-bow with it. We might need it for this Search for Azcanta. This is pretty old tech, though. Maybe we don't need Relic, to be honest. Maybe just Chalice is fine by itself. We already are going to bring in, like, 4 Deprives and, I guess, what, 3 Chalice? Alright. What's going on here? You have, like, another... Guess we are sacrificing Benthic Biomancer. The Lord is a little bit more important. Alright, deal. So they're gonna flip Search for his Kanta this turn. So we're gonna definitely want to Spreading Seas that. Kind of want them to activate it on their turn. Teferi, that's fine. Teferi doesn't really do anything right now. Yeah, okay. I can just kill it. Okay, so that's actually fine, because now that means we get to Spreading Seas. I was willing to do this just in case that was the plan. Yeah, that's fine. Because I want to Spreading Seas search for his Kanta. That's more important. Well, that's good. So now if we draw like another Lord or a Trickster, then we'll be able to kill Teferi. We just need them to not play anything super dangerous this turn. Well, actually, no, we can't. We can't do anything with this force until this goes away, so there's no way they're attacking now. No. So do we find some way to get past this? No. Alright, pass. It's safe to just like F6 here because we can't actually cast anything. But I think at this point we might just be fucked. We needed to draw something that turn. Yeah, that's dangerous. Now, like... alright, we're done. We're not gonna beat, like, the Teferi into them having all this shit, so... No, we'll go to the sideboard. That game slipped away. There was not really much we could do about it. So let's see here. We need to keep some Spreading Seas, but we don't necessarily want all 4. Echoing Truth is not very good. And actually, I don't really think Mirror Regery is all that good either. We can actually side out an island here too. Or it's actually better to side out Oboro, I think. We'll do it like this. You know what? Maybe Harbinger is actually worse than Regery. That's possible. The rest of these, I think, are fine. I don't want to lose all the Spreading Seas. We need to keep some, but I don't really like them that much. And Benthic Biomancer, again, a little bit of a non-bow with Chalice, but at the same time, it loots away bad cards. So, and if they ever get rid of Chalice, then it's fine. Like, it can come in through the Cavern of Souls, maybe. It also pitches to Force if we need it to. So, it's not totally useless here. There's also a reality in which maybe we leave Aether Vial on 1 if we have a bunch of them. I doubt that it's going to be that big of a problem. I think if Chalice on 1 is hurting them, then we're fine with having like a few dead cards. Well, 1 land is not going to do it. This is more going to do it, but still not very much. I guess we're just going to have to hope for the best, and we're going to put... Ugh. I don't want to do it, but I think Spreading Seas has to go on the bottom. Because, right, we're going to need Force of Negation, I think, to protect this Chalice. Or, I mean, well, I don't know, like, the thing is, we can actually cast this, and I don't know if we can cast the rest of these. But at the same time, like, if they, like, force our Vial, then this is probably not good anyway. Maybe we get rid of this. Alright, whatever. We're getting rid of the Force. We're going to keep. They could have had Force for this Aether Vial, but we're just hoping that they don't. So if they do, we're in a shit ton of trouble. Alright, that's fine. So we have a few lands, or a few turns to try to draw another land so we can get this in line and then deploy our creatures. Alright, deal. Alright. Do you have an answer to this Chalice on 1? Do you have Spell Snare exactly in your hand? They do not. They don't even have an opt. That's neat. Okay. It's interesting. Search for his Kanta. Well, it's going to undermine the Seas, but I think we need to hold on to Seas for a while. Tick this up. Please don't draw Biomancer. That's... Alright, let's just deploy creatures. And probably play this next turn. We're protected from stuff like Path to Exile right now. If they play Teferi and bounce the Lord, we can just Vial it back in, so... It's not really a good plan for them to play Teferi in this board state. Because it will die in a fire. And if they don't play Teferi, we just Vial in Master and attack them for 6. Detention Sphere. Okay, neat. What are you going to target? Target Chalice, we're just going to play another Chalice. Neat. Okay. It says just like Legacy. Come on, just concede. No, alright. 8, and then we're attacking for lethal next turn, so... I hope you have, like, Supreme Verdict, because if you don't have that, then you're probably gonna die. I mean, I guess another Detention Sphere keeps you in the game. That does not. Alright, well, you're going to make me go for it, because I definitely will. Our Cryptic Command is actually online. They can Cryptic tap and draw a card to just try to keep themselves alive for a little bit longer. Which I assume they're going to do now. Yeah. Return... Detention Sphere, okay. Oh, that's actually smart, because now that Chalice comes back on 0. No. So, I am going to, however, Spreading Seas this Glacial Fortress. Now they don't have things like Path to Exile anyway. Or they can't replay the Detention Sphere with this. So they have to find a white land in order to even have a chance at playing stuff. But it means that if they're holding on to something like Path in their hand, they can't like play like a Plains and Detention Sphere. So they left a card on top, so they're not dead yet. Alright. So now they can play Detention Sphere, eat the Chalices. Is it gonna matter though? Like, what do you got? Fatal Push maybe? Yep. I guess you could eat the Lord of Atlantis. That keeps you alive for longer. So, yeah, okay. Deal. That seems like probably the better plan. Benthic Biomancer is kind of dead to us right now. Alright. Well, Deprive is going to keep us pretty safe. Would have been better to have this last turn, though. We need more creatures to kill them with. No. And the other cool thing is if they actually were going to bounce Chalice, we could play Benthic Biomancer, but Teferi is too dangerous. I don't want him to be on the board. Attack. No, we'll just pass the damage. Because this is actually still 4 damage next turn if we Violin at the end step. Path is still offline. Alright. They do have Snapcaster Cryptic up right now. And they might be forced to have to do that. Alright. Or, yeah, no, this is 6 damage. What was I talking about? It didn't... Yeah, it's still lethal, like, this way. I didn't want to put this in play in case they did find, like, Supreme Verdict or something like that. I presume there's probably one in their deck. They're going to let us draw. Because if they have Snap Cryptic, they should do it right now. Before I draw a counterspell. They might just have actual Cryptic Command. Ooh, neat. Okay. I assume they have a counterspell for this. They're going to dig for us, or an op, that's for sure. Alright. Fatal Push. Okay, so they do get a push out. But we did manage to sneak a Biomancer in play. So we do still technically have lethal in play. They're running out of options. I think they have to flip Azcanta here and hope to dig for something good. So let's see, they'll have 4 mana. So theoretically they could try to dig for a Supreme Verdict or a Cryptic Command to keep them alive. I think that's what they're doing. Well, okay. Teferi, yeah, that's alright. I assume they bounce Benthic Biomancer here. What do you... targeting... Oh, the detention sphere, that makes sense. Yeah, you can recast detention sphere and eat the Lord now, too. Because, yeah, now your Teferi's ticked up, that makes sense. Damn it! They've cast this detention sphere so many times. Well, here's the thing. If we draw Echoing Truth, then we actually just win. because we can bounce the detention sphere and get all the lords back and kill them with Benthic Biomancer, so... Merfolk Trickster's fine, but let's dig with this. Discard that. So Teferi... Yeah. We can't kill them this turn, but we can kill them next turn. We'll just... I think that it's safe to go after him this turn. Because we do have Merfolk Trickster. If they go for the route of trying to activate Celestial Colonnade to block, then we can Violin Trickster. It does mean Force of Negation's offline, so... So we're kind of gambling a little bit here. Which means we're holding this in our hand. Okay, yep, that's fine. You take that up. Okay, let's see if this works. Snapcaster, that's terrible for us. What are they gonna do? Cryptic, okay. Damn it. So what happens here? I guess... This is slipping away from us. I don't want them to be able to block. I want them to have to actually use something with this. We can't play the Mutavault. We're so close, and they keep bailing themselves out of this. If they had Snapcaster, there was not really a good way to get through it. But now that if they activate the Colonnade to block it, they don't get to use the Cryptic command, so there is that. Okay, so they're going to bounce that draw card. That's fine. That still keeps another Lord alive. They go to 1. Alright, well... This is terrible. Like, now that they have Azcanta online, and we went for the kill instead of trying to kill the Teferi, and the greed is probably going to cost us. That sucks. Narset. Narset's not the worst thing that could have happened that turn. I think again here we're just in a situation where if we draw like a Lord, we might be okay. But that's probably what it's going to take to win. You're going to play Narset here. Again, Echoing Truth is also, I think, a winning play. Damn it! Oh, stop finding cryptic commands! How many of you cast this game? So what? That's 3? That'll be the 3rd one now? Oh. No, that'll be the 4th one, because that one was cast twice. And then that was the 3rd. Oh, god damn it. I can't even counter it. This card is stupid. And he can activate Colonnade and block, so he can't actually attack. No, it's becoming impossible to get out of this, because now he's just gonna Azcanta every turn, and like there's nothing we can do. He has a counterspell and also is avoiding death every turn with this, so at least he missed that turn, but It feels pretty hopeless, because now, like, you can just bounce Chalice of the Void, bounce, like, Merfolk Trickster, and it's just... Kaya's Guile, I'm not a fan of this card. Yeah, that's happening. We really need, like, 2 Lords, and we can't get there without them. That's not really a Lord. They have to counter this, I think. Because we are definitely threatening to do some stupid... Like, the Biomancer in her hand can still tap down a creature. Now, the problem is that if I animate Mutavault and attack, like, I could tap this down, but they still have Colonnade up. Which means Colonnade would eat something, and then Snapcaster would die, but we're not really in a better position. Nope. However, next turn we can actually attack with 2 Mutavaults and a Trickster. Shit. Alright, well, now I think that we're kind of fucked. Now they're at 5. Yeah, I think that this is over. It's too much. I think they might have forgot to tick up Teferi last turn, though. It's just, with Cryptic in hand, it's just too hard. I don't think we can get back. Yeah, he's gonna gain a shit ton of life. That doesn't really help very much, to be honest. Alright, yeah, I think that this is, like, there's nothing I don't think we can do about this. Like, they have Cryptic in hand, like, we're just wasting time at this point. We're never gonna beat it at this, so they stabilized the game, it's unfortunate. Alright, let's just finish this league. I feel like that game was winnable, and, I don't know, there was definitely a turn or two where we had the option to kill Teferi, and I think if we had done that, then instead of just going for the kill, like when they were at like 1 card in hand, then we probably could have continued playing, but at that point it was just not worth it. Like, gambled and they had it, so. Alright, on the play. Let's just try to finish this league positive. Alright, this is okay. We're going to keep. Alright. Island. This is definitely a league that makes me wish I had Kiro and or Thassa. Oh, no! No! I hate the Inquisition decks. These are the worst. This means we're probably up against Jund again. I mean, in fairness, like, this would have been pretty good. But, I don't know. Alright, let's play Mutavault and play Silvergill Adept. They already know about this. I want to play Mutavault in case they play, like, Liliana the Veil next turn. Or, well, I'm sorry, Alright, well, it doesn't matter. You're taking a Lord. I guess, no, that wasn't a concern, but I like being able to keep pressure in case something terrible happens. Force of Negation is fine. Let's play a Lord. Attack. No, he might. Like, maybe he's going to crack the fetch here and just do it. Well, the good news is that we do have a force up now. So even if they kill something, it's not that big a deal. Alright, so this is Jund. This isn't the same guy, is it? I don't think so. But it looks like basically the same deck. I would be upset if we played against the same person twice in one league. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just power him out here. Sure. Attack. They only have 3 cards left, so maybe we have a shot. If the Scavenging Ooze attacks, then the Harbinger is going to be very strong. But we might have to pitch it to a force if there's like a Liliana this turn. Bloodbraid, okay, what it's going to cascade into? Tarmogoyf. That's terrible. There's nothing we can do about that. Yeah, that's fine. That's a fine attack, and we don't want to Harbinger that thing either. Alright, I guess we don't have any good attacks, so we just pass. We'll just flash in Harbinger. Probably bounce the Tarmogoyf. Oh, jeez. That's brutal. I could force it. I guess I have to. I need the Lord on the table in case I draw a Spreading Seas. Take it. Well, that's helpful, I guess. The thing is, like, I don't want a Harbinger or a Bloodbraid Elf. That's like the worst thing that you can bounce. So you're just giving them chances to find more removal spells. Alright, well, they're attacking us for lethal, so we're going to have to block something. On the plus side, if they don't have another removal spell, and if we find Spreading Seas, we could theoretically get there. Okay, Renin 6 is not the worst. Okay, we can get it land back. We're just looking for Spreading Seas, I think. That's probably the only way we win here. Really? Guess... Does it matter here? Like, what happens if I don't block? I could end up going to 4 life, and if I draw Trickster, then what happens? They block here. They take 10? You know what? No, I'm not going to block. Because... you know what? Oh, fuck. No, I forgot. They already used it. It doesn't matter. Well, we're either going to draw like Trickster or Spreading Seas, and we're going to win or lose right now. That's fine. Marrow Regery, I don't think is enough. So they can block 2 of these things. I don't think that's enough. No, we're just passing, I guess. I need them not to draw anything this turn. We have decent blocks right now, but not great. Ah, fucking hell. That's terrible for us. It has to be that. Alright, we lose. That's it. They only have to attack with this, and then we're fucked. Alright, done. Nope. I don't think I played that quite correctly, but I think given their board state, that didn't really make much of a difference. Alright, well, this is not a good matchup. No, not that card. This needs to go away. This looks like a little bit more of the Jund that I would expect. And Relic. And we take out Aether Vial here. These cards are all fine. Probably are bringing in Plague Engineers too. Maybe you take out 2 Biomancers, bring in 2 Deprives this time. Alright, let's do that. No, I don't feel good about the Jund matchup. Like, it's a lot harder now than it used to be. And this hand is not going to help us get there. I guess this is also, like, terrible, but I guess we're going to keep it. We'll just put, like, Dismember in the bottom. Hope that Spreading Seas carries us to victory somehow. I mean, yeah, the mulligans have not really been helping, but at the same time, like, the Jund deck is just a lot stronger than it was before, I think. Plague Engineer in particular is a huge tool that they have that they didn't used to, and like Wrenn and 6 also just makes things tougher in general. It means like you can no longer block like a 3/4 or what, like a 3/2 Bloodbraid Elf with like a 4/4 creature, because Wrenn and 6 can just kill it. Inquisitionist Thoughtseize. Okay, well you can take a Seize, but I'm still casting Spreading Seas on it. Now, I don't feel like we're gonna get there this week. I think we definitely need to have more stuff like Thassa or Kira in the deck if we want to beat this. Okay, well, maybe the Spreading Seas Cheese 'em Out plan is going to get there. Okay. Well, let's kill this thing with Dismember. Oh, they don't have any more lands. Oh, that's beautiful. I think they know about that already. I guess I'm going to play this and... Do I? I could play Phyrexian Revoker or Merfolk Trickster here. Either one is an option. I think it's pretty close, because if I do this, then I'm attacking them for 9 next turn. That might be okay. And this also ensures that even if they manage to play a creature, I can still like tap it down. I guess I'm just doing this, and you're taking Mirror Regery. Alright, let's name Wrenn and 6. I mean, it's either that or Liliana the Veil. So what do we think is more like? I want to name Ren and 6 just so that if I think that that one hurts them a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna play this. Pass. All right, they conceded. All right, so we managed to cheese them out with Spreading Seas that time. So I guess we're just hoping to do that again. That's the plan. Neat. So we got that game against Jund. Let's see if we can actually do it one more time. This hand's fine. I'm gonna keep this. We've got some creatures and some interaction against them. All right. Yeah, okay. They probably take Relic. It seems like the best one. Because Relic undermines both Tarmogoyf, Scavenging Ooze, and Renansic. Ooh, no. That's interesting. Okay, well, let's do this first. Target me. I'm going to get rid of the Master of the Pearl Trident. I'm getting rid of the creatures first because if they ever land Scavenging Ooze, I don't want them to be able to eat anything with it. Let's see, next turn we can maybe play Harbinger. Tarmogoyf, okay, cool. I might actually delay on Harbinger for one turn. I'll put Mutavault out. That way we can always threaten to like animate and block with Mutavault and then crack Relic in response. Okay, it's fine. It's cool. So here I could either play Phyrexian Revoker and just hope to name the right Planeswalker, or I could just try to Echoing Truth these back. I think we can afford to be a little bit patient, maybe. See, what's our turn? Well, or the other thing is we could play Mara Regery and just hope to dodge like Lightning Bolt or something, but then if they find Bolt, then they're going to attack for 4. I think we're going to just pass. I'm not going to do anything this turn. I'm not going to let them attack for free that easily. Ideally, I'd like to get to a turn where I can play Harbinger and Revoker on the same turn. So yeah, even if you play Ren and 6, that's fine, because... okay, well, I guess we're gonna... We can actually do this. So we'll crack the Relic. And we will discard, I think, Waterlog Grove. Yeah, let's get that shit out of here. That should set them back a little bit. So I think I'm going to hit the Raging Ravine. Well, so that's actually an interesting choice. I could either hit the Ravine or the Blackcleave Cliffs. I think they don't seem to have another mana at the moment, so maybe that's better. Oh, that's beautiful. We can just crack this at any time. Alright, so yeah, they're kind of limited in what they can cast now. That's neat. Yep, Tarmogoyf. Alright. What do I do here? I think Mara Regery is fine. Let's get... I don't think they're going to be attacking us, because we can still threaten to just crack the relic. Let's get this out. Hope that they're sitting on a bunch of black spells that they can't cast. Tarmogoyf, that's neat. So I can actually Harbinger one of these back to his hand, but if I do that, then it means I can't hold up the Deprive. So I think I'm just going to attack with Regery. I can actually hold up Trickster and Deprive this turn because Trickster can untap an island. Alright, what are you cascading into? Fatal Push. That's not going to actually do anything. I don't want to Harbinger that back, actually. I'll just take 3. Let's bounce one of these Tarmogoyfs. We're actually coming back here. We might be able to win this game. Silvergill is fine. Let's play Silvergill. I guess tap an island, reveal Trickster, and untap island. Alright, they gave up. Cool. So we beat Jund once and we lost against it once, and we also lost against Blue-White Control. And I think both of those things are very fixable in this deck if we want them to be. Harbinger actually put in some work. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's hard to say. Maybe we only go with like 3 Regeries and maybe cut something else. Like, we could even cut like 1 land if we're gonna have a low curve to try to stuff in like 2 Thassa's or something, and that could improve both of those matches, but I don't know, I think overall, like, we did pretty well. Mono Blue showed that it still has some power to it, so, alright. Yeah, that's... We even got to see Harbinger do something for a change. That's always nice. That slot kind of flip-flops. Sometimes that slot is also stuff like Tidebinder Mage, which would have also been very effective against Jund if we had had that too. But I think this card was fine. I think Chalice is also okay. I don't know about Revoker. Like, we didn't play against the matches where we really want like this card. Chalice was fine. I think the rest of these cards were all fine. I don't really want to change too much. Like I said, maybe I cut like 1 Regery and 1 other spell, like, in order to find room for like 2 Thassa's or something. But other than that, like, yeah, that's probably about all I would change. I mean, it could also be like, maybe cut like a Mutavault. That's possible. We can go to 19 lands pretty easily. I don't think it would matter that much. So, alright, well, that's all I got. I will see you guys next time. Alright, see ya.